Did you know that even though there are tens of thousands of words in the English language, you really only need about 3,000 of them to say anything you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. Stick with me and you'll get a new word every day. So this is a hard word to pronounce. The English R is very hard, especially when it's at the if it's at the end of a word, you can almost get away with making it an if you don't know how to pronounce the R, but if it's in the front or the middle, it's very hard. So I have here a pronunciation guide for the R. Rural. So when you make the R, you want your tongue to touch the sides of your teeth, and the tip of it will curve backward. And in the word rural, then it's going to just stay there. Rural. And you'll move from this to l. And in the l, the sides of the tongue don't touch the teeth. And the l just rests behind the teeth, about where the teeth become your mouth. Okay? Rural. Rural. It's a hard word to pronounce. Rural means the opposite of city. So some of the synonyms might be country, pastoral, bucolic. Bucolic is a very poetic word that means that it's that peace and tranquility that comes with being out in nature. It's bucolic. Pastoral is like that as well. Usually we romanticize a rural existence, but the word rural does not have that romantic feeling to it. Rural is a very neutral term. Rustic is another word that would be similar to rural. But rustic would describe the kind of furniture or a painting. It's often used in the same positive terms as cozy is, but rural would mean not where there are a lot of people, or if I'm talking about a rural neighborhood, then that neighborhood doesn't have a city close by, and it doesn't have some of the amenities that you would find in an urban place. So rural means not urban, and it can have these ideas of not being civilized. It's a very neutral term. She grew up in a rural community where everyone knew each other and life moved at a slower pace. So a rural community would be a small population in the countryside. It often has the overtones of it being a simple place, close-knit social life. The government launched a new program to improve rural healthcare services. Rural healthcare is a common collocation that highlights the challenges of providing medical care in less populated or more remote areas. Rural can also have the synonym of remote. Remote meaning far away. The artist was inspired by the rural landscape with its rolling hills and quiet farms. A rural landscape evokes imagery of natural and undeveloped beauty. It's often associated with calmness and tradition. Usually, people who live in rural communities are more conservative than people who live in urban communities. Many rural areas suffer from limited access to high-speed internet, affecting education and business opportunities. So here, rural areas is a neutral tone, but we're showing that there are some disadvantages to living in a rural environment. He traded his urban apartment for a rural lifestyle, seeking peace, space, and a stronger connection to nature. A rural lifestyle suggests a choice for simplicity, tranquility, and natural living. So the opposite of rural is urban. Urban meaning in the city. The noun for rural, there's no noun. The verb is maybe ruralize, to make it rural. Maybe ruralize. We can create that as a noun. Remember when we put an "-ize" on the end of something, on the end of an adjective or a noun, then it means to make it that way. Rural is the adjective, and the adverb is rurally. Rurally. Notice that I doubled the L. When I am taking an adjective that ends in an L and I put an ly on the end of it, I have to double that L. Rurally. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Use it 5 times today, write it down, commit it to memory, and I'll see you in the next lesson.